Hello, hello, my friends. It's not Monday. I'm going to be saying this all week because I really don't know what day it is. Uh, I get so confused when we have a Monday holiday and things don't go as planned. But we're here and we're going to scrapbook. And I'm not scrapbooking camping photos, although I need to do that quickly because I have so many great photos. In case you missed my updates, when my kids were little, well, even generationally before that, I went camping with my mom and my grandmother. Hey, Susan. And when my kids were little, we did seasonal camping at a local campground. It was just 20 minutes away, and we would go as soon as school got out, and we would stay the whole summer. And the kids had bikes, and they swam in the lake, and they rode kayaks, and it was just the best. We loved it. And it was close enough so that we could go to work, but we could come home, and I worked my schedule so that I was home most of the day with them. My mom was there when I wasn't there. So it was great. We had a really awesome time as kids. Well, my daughter Sarah decided that it's time to introduce her 3 girls to this. Grace is 7, Lou is 4, and Rosie's only 1. And they went in a tent. So, whoop, whoop. Way braver than me. I am not really a tent camper. But anyway, we had a wonderful time. It was so cool. Ton of work, but it was really, really cool. I did not stay at night. They came home, except for one night. They stayed over one night. Not Rosie. Rosie stayed with Daddy. But it was wonderful. We ate a lot of hot dogs, a lot of marshmallows. My mom got to come. Grandpa, Papa, and me and Mimi were there, and we got to spend a lot of time with them. Papa taught them how to fish. It was great. We had a great time. So last night, I came home and showered off the smoke. And I'm ready to scrapbook with all of you. But I'm not doing a camping one, as much as I thought that'd be cool. I'm not ready. My photos aren't printed yet. Tonight, I want to tell you a couple short things at the beginning. There is a free Close to My Heart class when you make a purchase. Hey, Jeanette. Hi, Jean, Marion, Susan. Look at you all popping in. When you purchase from my Close to My Heart site, which is super easy to find, you just go to karamiller.com and click on Shop Close to My Heart. When you make a purchase there, I will invite you to a free Close to My Heart class where you will have more layouts, more things to do, and I share which one I'm using. I'm going to show it to you right now. And hey, Jeannie. So, anywho, that's what you need to know about what's going on in July. How do you get that free stuff? You get the free class by going shopping. Don't you love it? The other piece that is new as of July, my simple SVGs, which are my kind of a combination of photo mats that help you, hey Tammy, help you do your layout quicker. If you're a Cricut user, all the Cricut information, all the Cricut stuff, all the SVGs have all moved to Inspire. Inspire is my monthly club, and that's where Cricut's going to be. So here, you don't need a Cricut. You could use a Cricut if you are a Cricut user, but you don't need one. You don't need to worry about SVGs. You just need to worry about getting your photos printed, grab some Close to My Heart kits, and you're good to go. And we will help you. I will help you. Morty and I. Mort's down here on the floor. Mort's the Shih Tzu, in case you weren't sure who he was. And we will help you get your photos into layouts that you can't wait to share with your family and friends. That's my entire mission in this scrapbooky world. Okay, so karamiller.com, check it out. I'm going to take you there now so that you can see what I'm talking about. Here's the website. And notice right here it says Shop Close to My Heart. A brand new, let me take this off so it's not all over everything. There is a brand new mini catalog that's now good for 3 months. So that's cool because there's so much in it. And I walk you through it. There's a video right there. Please check that out if you've not seen it yet. And remember, the trick is when you spend $50 with Close to My Heart, you're then eligible to get the July stamp of the month, which mine's not here yet, but it's coming. So I can't even show you it, but if you click on that link, you'll see it. Okay? All right, so then where do you find what I'm using in the free class? You go to Close to My Heart. I mean, look at the beach one. We'll talk about that later. This is what we're using, Smarty Pants, because it's on sale. This workshop is 20% off right now. So it's only $49.95, which means you need to add like a journaling pen or an adhesive or something small to get you to 50 so that you can then get the stamp of the month for only $5. Okay? Cool. I think those are all the deals I need to tell you about. But let me bring you down and let's take a peek. So this is what's in that $49.95 deal. You get, let me get it over here so I can show you the whole thing. My favorite part about the entire Close to My Heart collection is these sticker sheets. I love them. They make everything so easy. Well, so simple, right? They're all pre-adhesive. They're all pre-cut. The colors are perfect. You can pop these up with some foam spaces. Let me show you what I mean by that. They're over here somewhere. Here they are. You can pop those up with these little 3D foam dots so they get even more dimension if you like. You can ink them. Lots to do with them if you want. Or just use them the way they are. So you get that. You get this. These are their cool new embellishments. They're cork. Perfect to add to. In fact, we're going to use one of these on our layout tonight. You get this sweet little tag. You get 2 tags. You get this die cut. This die. It's not a cut. It's going to cut. It's a thin cut die, right? Of a tag, a little extra, 2 little, a tab, and a squiggle tab. I'm sure there's a real name. So you get that. You get this alphabet set. Look at that alphabet. So cool. It's called Alpha Doodle. And then you get all of these. Now, many of my, I want to call them high-powered scrapbookers, they also pick up extra cardstock that coordinates. Because if you want matching, if you are somebody that wants a 2-page layout, you're probably going to want to pick up the extra pack of coordinating cardstock because it comes with 1 sheet of each of your colors. So these are the colors. I've already used some. These are the colors that came in here. Candy apple red. Gosh, I should know them, but you know what? You don't have to memorize them because let me show you. They're on the zip strip that's at the top of the pattern paper. So it's avocado, candy apple, peach, and what's the pink one? It's not lemonade. Candy apple, capri, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is peach. This is peach. This is nectarine. This is peach. This is Sundance. Sorry. I will learn these, I promise. Okay, so you get the cardstock. You get white cardstock to use as your base. And you get like a PDF with the layouts that Close to My Heart has designed for these. And then you also get my class where I give you other layouts that are not part of the ones in the workshop. So you can pick and choose which ones fit your style or your layouts. Then you get the double-sided pattern paper. So let me get back to the back end. So you get this one, which says Imagine and Science and Explore and Create. I love that. And then this that looks like yeah, you know what I mean. The composition book. I was going to say cosmetology, and that's not it. The composition books, yeah, it looks like that. This one is one of my favorites. I love this. It's got airplanes and spitballs. Yeah, no, we don't know anyone that did that. And then look at these sweet little zip strips. Zip strips are on the top of all the pattern paper. You just cut those off, and they work great to make little borders. Add it to the bottom of a photo mat. So that one, and then you got your typical handwriting penmanship paper. I'm not sure we use that anymore, but I love it. A cork board, which goes great with those little cork board shapes. And the other side is this charcoal with the stars. Love it. This is really sweet. It's got all kinds of hidden words in it. You can find some, circle them, highlight that in your journaling. Or nice kicks. This is more journaling area. These work great with the tags. And then this side is the stars. And this is graph paper-ish. And then this side is best teacher ever. So that's, oh, it also comes, you can choose to have page protectors or not. There's two options. The $49 one that I talked about has the page protectors in it. So lots of good stuff if that's your jam. If you think, yeah, I don't need all that, then you can get just the pattern paper and the sticker. You can get that separate. You could get the cardstock. So you don't have to do the whole shebang if you don't want to, but it is on special this month, so that really is the best deal. Okay, so now let me show you one more thing. This is what I'm going to share with you each time we do a layout. It gives you the basic cuts, but it's not going to give you every single placement of every single sticker, because I want you to be able to make this your own. All right? So it's going to be a little bit different. I have to pick up a tag that I flipped on the ground. Let me grab that. I dropped this on the ground. Oh, you can't see it. I dropped something on the ground. So this is available on my blog, which again, or it will be as soon as we get done. It's at karamiller.com. You can go to the blog and download this PDF and then print it out, and you'll have it for your very own for free. So let's figure out what we're going to do. First things first, we are going to start with our white daisy, which is our bottom. And we're going to pop this here on our mat that helps you. If you don't have one of these, it is the easiest thing to scrapbook with. I actually have two, because I sometimes want 2-page layouts and I put them side by side. Awesome, awesome. I'll put the links to all this stuff later. When I go back, I'll put the links below them so that you can find them. So here's this. Go back to that photo. Remember that yellow sheet, that yellow piece? It's 10.5 by 10.5. Okay, so I used pattern paper for that. I used this Nice Kicks at 10.5 and 10.5, and I popped it down. And when I did, I thought, oh, I really wish I had like a border to this to make this pop off the paper a little bit. I like it, but it doesn't really, but I don't want to waste a whole sheet of paper. I mean, really, paper's cool. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my handy dandy healing mat, pop that down. Again, I'll put all the links for you so you don't have to go searching around going, what's she talking about? And this little bugger, it's the tiny, whoops, I did it backwards. It's these change. You can change the colors. They come in a set of 2, like $7.95, I think, for 2. And you just change, and it comes with a whole bunch of new ones of these. It works great with the Distress ink, which actually happens to go. This is the spiced marmalade, but you can use the, you can use the regular ink if you would prefer. I'm going to go with this one. So let me show you what you do. We're going to ink this baby up by just dabbing it in here. You can see we get some on our cute little pad, right? And then we're going to start off the paper and do little circles and just hitting the edge of the paper, all right? Just a little. And I'm going to go all the way around. This is going to give it a little highlight at the edge. So I could have put a piece of cardstock behind it if I wanted to. If I didn't have an ink color that I wanted, I could even make strips of cardstock and build it behind it if I wanted. but this will work. This is going to make it pop off the white background just enough. And seriously, makes you feel like super artsy, right? And it's just little circles, but you start off the paper so you don't get a real big blob of it when you first put it down. Got it? All right, so I start off and work my way on and down till it looks like it's not doing very much. Make sure you can still see it. Same thing. Oh, it looks so cool. I love it. Keep swirling. Off the paper, swirl on a little. I think this will do me. Whoops. And work my way to the top corner. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Now look how different this looks when I put it on my white. See how different that is? It doesn't bleed into the white. It pops it up a little. Love it. All right, we're going to put the cover back on here. And I'm going to get my adhesive. Okay, so now I make sure this is where I want it, right? Centered in here. And this is 10.5, so the hard part with that is it means it's going to be 3/4 of an inch on each side, which is harder to do, but hey, we can do it. We're good. So it's 1 3/4, or actually, I'm sorry, it's 3/4 of an inch from each piece. If this is sliding around on you, just take a little dab right in the middle. Oh, don't drop that down on it while you're demonstrating. And then line this back up again. Now, I am an eyeballer. I really am. But I'm making myself do this so I can tell. I'm making myself work with it. So 3/4 of an inch in and up right here. So I'm 3/4 and 3/4. And then I look over here and I'm at 3/4 and 3/4. And I'm going to eyeball it too because, you know, that's what I do. And I pop it down. And I'm going to commit to it and I'm going to love it and it's going to be good. And pop that down. Okay? All right, so what's next? Let's go back here. Next, I need a 5x12. And if you look, I've got the grid marks behind it so you can count down. And this is in the one that you're going to download too. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 inches down is where it starts, and it's 5x12. Okay, I've already cut that, and I have that right here. So I'm going to come down 1, 2, 3. What did I just count? I have 5 in my brain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's down at the 8. So remember, cardstock is a little more vibrant on one side. I want the vibrant one because, hey, we're going with brights here. We are living it up. And I'm going to line that up right with the 8 and the 8. And then I can be sure that this is straight all the way across my page. So there's that. Easy peasy. Now the next thing I need is my photo mats. I like to double back my photos. You don't have to, but I like to. If you don't want to, there's another photo that I will upload for you that tells you the sizes to cut those mats. And those are the same mats I use all the time. So there is a collection of all the photo mats that I use, and they're easy to follow. And that will also be on my page. But let me just tell you, this time around, I'm using 4x6 photos, okay? So I'm using 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. Super simple, okay? So let's put this one down first. And before I even place them on the page, I'm getting them attached to my map. Now the one thing I will tell you is we had these printed at, I think CVS. And they're not quite a full 6 inches in length. Look at them. They're like 5 7/8 maybe. They're not a full. So I still cut these at 4 by 6, but they're a little bit taller than I'd want them to be. So I kind of have to balance. See how it's off just a little? It's okay, I can live with it. Because I might have a photo that is really 4 by 6. So these, when we printed them, just didn't do that. And then I'm coming with a double mat, and I'm going to put this in. And this will be nice and even. All right, so there's that photo. Now for the other one. But you might have noticed that I have these, right? And the one I lost on the floor. I thought I went and picked you up. Baby doll, where'd you go? I'll find, oh, it's right here. I have these, right? Well, I could have used this sheet that was left, right? Because after I cut my mat, my 2 photo mats, I had this left over, and I could use that, but this is a great piece. You know, this is going to do a really good strip across or whatever, so I didn't really want to cut into that. So I cut into the photo mat. I cut into the back mat. Watch, this isn't going to show. Promise you. You got to be careful. You can't get carried away, but it's really not going to show. Let's put this down and you can see. Line this up exactly where you want it. So if you're not positive about where that's going to be, do this first. Line it up. See, those don't even show. You're not even going to know that. So that's in the back. So I got to use this piece of paper without using this. So I saved myself a little bit. Now I need my photo. You know, we're always looking for the shortcut. Now, I'm not going to do it, but I want to show you, before I put this down, or this down, I could have done the same thing under, I could have taken a piece out of this if I wanted another tag, right? Or I can use this leftover piece that I haven't used. But again, this is a really good sized piece. I'm not sure I want to cut into it for just a tag. So, just a little thinking. Let's go back to this again. All right, so the top corner of the right-hand photo, which I'm going to do this way, I'll show you in a sec, is going to come down at 3 in 1. All right? All right, so let's come back. So it's going to come down 3, 1, 2, 3, and in 1, which is right about there. So that, I'm going to put some adhesive on it first. That's where this one's going to go. So down 1, 2, 3, in 1 brings me right about there. And that is where my, now if you are trying to line this up, you can use these to help you. If you need more than that, take one of these papers, I'm going to take this one, and line it up right on the 11. And then slide this over. That's where this mat comes in so handy. And stick you down. Okay? Now, this one I could eyeball and say, yeah, I like that. But if you really want to know, look back here. This one says place the bottom corner into up 3. Okay. So into up 1, 2, 3 comes to right about there. So that's where the bottom corner is going. I'm going to make them touch, but I'm not going to overlap. That's how I designed this layout. I am not the layout police. I'm not coming to your house. So if you say, I do not like this offset thing, you may think that's cute, but that is not for me. I want mine even, Steven. I can't do the tilt. then don't do the tilt. What if you happen to have a photo that doesn't quite go that way? What if you have a horizontal photo? Well, you could pop your horizontal photo in right here and do it that way, right? It's your layout. I'm going to have to look at that one again because my brain doesn't remember what I just said. Into up 3. Into up 3 brings me right there. That's where my bottom one goes. And I want it to come close to touch my other one. I want to make sure that's what I did. Yes. Commit. There you go. Okay. So we're getting there. Now I have these. I already did these with the dies before. Remember I told you I cut them out of the back. So this piece was also left over from when I cut my mats. I had this, and it is 2 1/4 by 6 1/2. Let me show you what's going to go on that. But I also am thinking I might want to do a little bit of this around the edge. I'm not going to do it right now, but it might look cool. And I'm going to move you up here. Now remember I have this kind of stuck down. So I'm just going to grab another one. I'm going to go on top. And I am going to take, I'm going to the sticker sheet because I love it. But I popped it in here somewhere. Where is my sticker sheet? Honestly, I need like someone here to just hand me things so I don't look like a ninny. Constantly forgetting what I did with stuff. Here it is. I flipped it over. I'm going to take this ready to learn. But look at this. It's all like, look how cool that is, right? All right, ready to learn is going to go on this one. And I am going to eyeball it and put it right in the center. Okay? Ready to learn. And commit. And it sticks right down. Now I'm going to take some of those foam, the thin 3D foam dots, and I'm going to put those behind this now title that I've just created. This here title. Super easy. You could use foam tape if you prefer. I love the dots. They're just super easy to work with. The only thing I don't like about the dots is I end up with little white things stuck to the bottom of my feet. And I'm going to take these little white backings off. Come on, you can do it. 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to put this on my layout. Now, it's not in the picture because I want you to be able to do what you want. But if you like what I'm doing, you're going to pop this right up here in the top corner. 1/4 inch over, 1/4 inch down. Ready to learn. Okay? Now we're ready for the fun embellishments. This could be, I could journal on it, but I am going to use the cool stamps and I'm going to put Lucy's name on it. So here we have this sweet alphabet. Remember, when you open up Close to My Heart stamp sets, do not throw this away. It's part of the deal. You're going to want to use that little piece of foam to give you a much better image. And I am going to take the L. I'm going to have a really hard time figuring out how this looks. Good thing it's clear and I can see through it. L-U. Now I could do these in different colors if I wanted, but I'm going to do it on this avocado, so I'm going to use my black because I want to be sure that you can read it. L-U-C-Y. Right? Line them up. Then I'm going to flip it over, make sure it looks the way I want it to look, and it does. I love it. Can you see it? Right? And remember, Close to my heart stamps need to be woken up. Wake these babies up. I usually rub it on my skin. It loves that. Make sure they're good and stuck. The black. Remember, these are magnetic. Super cool to work with. Ink you up. Make sure I get all the parts. You want to try not to get the edges of your block. So you want to keep it, you don't want to be doing this deal with it, or you're going to get ink on the edges, which is going to give you some kind of shadow lines. Like I don't want any ink here or down here. I don't want any there if I can avoid it. My U is, can I get it so you can see it? I need a little bit more ink on my U and my L. So I'm going to do a little twisty. But it's cool because I know what I've got on it. I know it before I stamp it. When I'm ready, it's going to go right here in the center. There's Lucy. Look at that. It's got like shadows and super cool. All right. Move you over. So Lucy is going to go down here. And then I have these little goobers, and they're going to tell the story. Lou has learned to put her shoes on the right feet. Well, no, she hasn't. She's learned that there is a right foot. So whenever Lou gets her shoes out to put them on, she'll try one and say, right foot, always. Is this the right foot? So that's what it's going to say, because we're all about the shoes. You notice she has 2 different shoes on. She loves her shoes. So I'm just going to write in here, is this the right foot? And then some adhesive, and it's going to go right here. And then I'm going to put my date over here so I don't forget. So this is October 2021. Adhesive. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add some cork board to kind of make it a little bit more schooly from one of these. I think I'm going to use this border. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, but that's what I was thinking when I saw it. This is cool because you can cut it if you want. If you don't want it that long, you just take your scissors and make it shorter. Super easy. I was thinking it was going to go right here. Yeah, it still will go right there. Okay, cool part, it's already adhesived. I just peel it off. So all this stuff comes in that workshop that is on sale. So you want to be sure. Now, if you will still get the free class, it doesn't matter what you purchase. You don't have to purchase this to get the free class, but this is what I'm going to work with in that free class, if that makes sense. So if you, whoops, get over there. Don't put it down crooked. There. And then I just peel this off when I'm done. Rub off that little bit of adhesive I had on the back. You know, don't get carried away, use a lot. And then you are good to go. My plan is to do another one of these and journal more about it. But I got the gist of it. If I don't get any more on it, we're okay. I've got the date, the who, the what, the where. I got most of the details on here, so I'm all set. This did not require any technology other than me presenting it to you. And I love that it was just paper, ink, pictures, just really fun. Okay, so if you have any questions about this, I will put the links to everything under the video. Remember, the video, all my videos are also being streamed on YouTube, if that works better for you. Please subscribe so that you don't miss out anything. And on the bottom of karamiller.com, you will see subscribe to the email list. Make sure you're there, because anytime there's a sale, there's a new class, there's something free, I will let you know. And I also send you a sketch every week. No, you don't need a Cricut to do it. I know, that's the big change. You don't need a Cricut. Now, if you love Cricut, if you are Cricut obsessed, then you want to get into Inspire. And I did open it back up again. So if you say, well, yeah, that's great, but I want to scrapbook with my Cricut, then you want to be in the Inspire Club with the Cricuts and the SVGs. Okay? All right, everybody. Have a great week, even though it's